So it's actually very direct and straightforward. The handle is connected directly to the wing, the left handle to the left wing, the right handle to the right wing. The rotation of this handle causes the wing to rotate. And when you rotate both the handles back, then it rotates both the wings back. This causes the wind underneath to lift the kite up and wants to fly in a forward direction. Same thing when you push both the thumbs forward, it tilts those wings back, and this generates a down force and causes the wing to fly in reverse. When you rotate them in opposite directions, you're causing lift on one wing and a negative lift on the other wing, and you end up with a turn or a spin if you hold the handles. So you're very precisely controlling the surface angle on those wings, and you're continuously adjusting it. So it's almost like the lines and the handles are part of the bridling system of the kite that orient it to its angle of attack, and that generates the lift. So the biggest problem I have with people is, number one, they hold too tight, and they move too much with their arms. Really, the kite understands that the only thing you're doing is rotating the surface. It doesn't count to rotate sideways. It's only this forward and backward rotation that the kite recognizes. So when you start to move around like this and pull your handle back and push it forward and do all these kind of crazy things, you'll see some of the advanced flyers do that, but they're trying to accomplish something completely different. To basically fly the kite, you could tape your hands together and rotate those handles just like that and fly this forward flight. You rotate it like that, that kite is spinning to the left. You do a quick little turn like this, and that causes a little facet turn to the left or to the right. The normal flying position, handles back, push one thumb forward for a second, and then bring it back again. You only want to do turns in just little sections, especially when you're starting out. As you get more and more comfortable with the kite and with the controls, you can start to apply pressure and then watch the way the kite responds and then adjust accordingly. But that's pretty much the basics. Number one, there's two main rules. Number one, keep the handles back, rotated back, this thumb section back. And number two, rotate that thumb forward or pull the fingers back. You can think about it like that. Pull those fingers back to turn the kite. Turn and then return. Back to the position, and you should be here 90% of the time. For a split second, turn, then return. Turn, then return. The last thing that I would talk about in terms of the handles is this angle is the key component to steering the kite. So it's really important to get comfortable with that. So we're going to talk about this next in launching the kite and managing this angle. And what you need to be aware of is when you see the kite dropping out of the air like there's not enough wind for it, lots of times what the problem is people are gripping too tight, and that brings this bottom of this handle down, which tilts that kite down and stops it from flying, and then it starts to settle down out of the air. It's actually backing down. And a lot of people mistake that for not having enough wind. That's really not usually the case. Usually the case, you just got to relax those handles, let them kick back, that'll keep the kite flying in a forward direction. And then for a split second turn, and then return. So your normal position is thumbs back. For one split second, turn, return. Turn, return. Just to practice this and to watch a kite, even watch the videos and practice this with your hands or your handles in your hands while you do that is an excellent way to get. It has to be automatic. You have to know that you just rotate the handle for a split second and you have to return back. One last thing is a lot of people, right-handers in particular, left-handers on the other side, right-handers, they're stronger in the right hand, and so they tend to grip a little tighter in the right hand. And you see the handles aren't even anymore. And the kite has a continuous turn to the right. It's always leaning to the right, and they want to know why. They think there's something wrong with the bridle. People untie the bridles and stuff. That's not the case. Usually what it is you just got to relax those handles, keep them even, and then squeeze, and then be sure to release it back again. Nice and relaxed. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.